Sequels to my life entirely up to me. Slowly suffocating, do you notice how it feels? That baby, can you hold me while I'm running through a field like...
Holy shit.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on how Pooh Shiesty robbed and kidnapped Gucci, how Gucci snitched on Pooh Shiesty, how Pooh Shiesty's father is a government informant.
That shit's crazy. I think his dad's the only one who's out right now. I think his dad got bond.
This is gonna be one of the craziest videos of 2026.
9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty.
It was several hours before sunup when they first heard a boom. It was then followed by shouting of from the agents who were saying that they were certainly executing a search warrant. I can tell you.
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, he's getting at least like 20 years. Minimum. I'm telling y'all, watch.
After that boom,
we're gonna break it down though.
That door that was breached.
It sounded like Gucci cooperated. It sounded like the victim. Gucci was a victim and gave his testimony. Come on over here with me, Gucci. It ain't all right. It's all right to go and be civilian. Yeah. Come on. Come on over here with me, Gucci. Press charges on their ass.
Flashbangs would pop off the federal search warrant of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty's home on April 1st, 2026. The next day, the United States Attorney for Northern Texas would announce 9 individuals, including well-known rappers, were federally charged with kidnapping and robbing at gunpoint.
This is so dumb. Like, y'all don't understand how stupid this is. This isn't the 90s, nigga. Like, this isn't when Suge Knight was going around. The thing about Suge Knight doing what he did back in the day is, like, it was relatively, like, a newer thought of idea. Like, now, everyone knows Suge did that. Like, you're not gonna be able to do this and that shit work in this day and age. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit not finna work.
Numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested in one day, including Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., aka Pooh Shiesty, his father Lontrell Williams Sr., Memphis rapper Rodney Wright, aka Big 30, and 6 others. A 32-page sealed criminal complaint would state on January 10th, 2026, at approximately 4:50 p.m., 3 victims were kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint at a music studio. The criminal complaint would list the 3 victims by their initials, RD, MM, and BP. But we all know RD is Roderick Davis, the 46-year-old Atlanta rap legend known as Gucci Mane. At approximately 1 p.m. that day, the victims flew into Dallas alongside Gucci's head of security and an additional security officer for a scheduled meeting with Pooh Shiesty, who'd been signed to Gucci's.
You could tell Gucci had no idea this shit was coming either. Like, bro, they had like 8 niggas, bro. He was there like dolo. They had like 9 niggas in total. I think he was there with like 3 niggas or some shit, or like 4. Holy fuck. But yo, Pooh, I'm telling y'all niggas, y'all think, oh, he gonna like, it's just a kidnap. Bro, they're probably gonna add more charges on. And they gonna slap him with time, bro. His plea might be 20 to 25.
1017 label since 2000.
And if you take it to trial?
21. The meeting was scheduled because Shiesty was upset with the terms of his contract and wished to be released from the label, so he asked Gucci to meet about business. At approximately 1:45, Gucci and his team arrived at the meeting location, a music recording studio within a larger office building. Upon entering the building, they realized the recording studio was closed. In the meantime, they went to a nearby liquor store. Pooh Shiesty's father, who's more commonly known throughout the streets of Memphis as Mob,
they're over there getting liquor and shit. Oh my god, bro. This is so stupid, bro. Because let me break it down for a second. This nigga gains nothing from doing this, by the way. Like, you have to understand. Had he went and say he signed it and nothing, the police, bro, I want y'all to understand that is not getting passed, gang. If you sign a release form like that, and nigga, well, yo, he signed it. This isn't the 90s when Suge was doing that shit. And he said, I didn't sign it. They pressured me. Because of all the shit that Suge has done, and we know that this is a thing now, bro, they wouldn't just sign. Like, I'm telling you, it wouldn't work the way y'all think. I know because Suge, y'all think that should work. It wouldn't. So now he's fucked. Because now he's about to do 20 to 25 years. Gucci still has his rights. All of that shit is nulled. None of that matters. Bro, and for y'all niggas, I'm telling y'all, he's doing at least 20. Like, because you have to understand, you have to understand, this nigga got off on shooting 2 niggas. some robbery shit, and then some shooting in the club. They were gonna try to shoot to give him life off of that. The feds picked up the case, and then as soon as the feds picked up the case, he took a plea immediately. So he took a plea. They were trying to get him 8 years. Judge, they tried to urge the judge to give him 8 years. The judge gave him 5. He gets out on 3 on good behavior. He still has 2 remainder. He's on federal supervision, nigga. Federal supervision. Already violates it because he leaves the state and all type of shit. Just off of this, bro, he's getting 2 years. He's gonna get set back for those 2 years that he fucking violated, that he never completed. He's getting 2 years off of that. Then you have a armed robbery, kidnapping, nigga. In 8K, bro. I'm telling y'all niggas, this is the feds. I want y'all to understand that. This is the feds. Their plea to this nigga won't be less than 20. I'm telling y'all. And if he goes to trial, holy fuck.
Ran an
Holy
independent
fuck.
label named Mob Ties
My bad.
Records. Boss would call the owner of the Dallas recording studio at 2:53 p.m., trying to book the studio for Shiesty and Gucci to record music. This was over an hour after Gucci had already arrived. 22 minutes after the call, the studio was open to Gucci and his team. A short time later, Mob Boss could be seen on surveillance video speaking on his cell phone outside the building before entering. At 3:39, a production employee would arrive while Pooh Shiesty and his father were standing at the back of the office building, engaged in what appeared to be an argument over the phone. Just minutes later, Shiesty, along with his father, Big 30, and 6 others, would enter the east side of the building, walking through the lobby and into the studio. One of the suspects at a later time can be seen exiting before shortly returning with a bag slung over his shoulder. All 9 suspects entered the studio's control room, where inside the victims were watching a football game. Gucci's head of security was positioned in the lobby, while the other guard remained in the vehicle. The victims overheard Pooh Shiesty talking on his cell phone, possibly with his federal parole officer, stating that his caseworker had given him permission to be out on rec time. From what the victims could hear, Shiesty was told on the phone that was not the case, and he needed to return immediately, to which he agreed.
He was already finna go back for 2 years. Bro, I'm telling you, he was already violating that shit. They low-key giving him passes, bro.
Time Shiesty was wearing an ankle monitor.
For example, the way that Thugs cases, those niggas hate him so bad. If he even did that, they would have locked him up immediately. I'm telling y'all. If he was on an ankle bracelet and they did that and he did some shit like that, they would have locked him up immediately. These niggas are giving him passes, bro.
Tell Shiesty they can reschedule their studio session, but Shiesty asked to speak with Gucci privately in the attached recording room. Gucci would enter the room with Pooh Shiesty, his father, and Big 30. The 2 other victims would remain with the 6 suspects, even offering them drinks as 2 of the suspects accepted and poured up. Inside the booth, Shiesty pulled out a contract termination letter telling Gucci to sign it, releasing him from the label. Gucci refused, Shiesty became agitated, and the 2 began to argue. The 2 victims could see the conversation play out, and one of them saw the conversation intensifying, so he texted Gucci's head of security, who was still in the lobby. While arguing, Shiesty instructed Big 30 to get his bag. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access earlier when you asked for the signed $95, Big 30 would come back into the room with the bag, and Shiesty would pull a Draco, aiming it at Gucci, and demanding again that he sign the contract release paperwork. Gucci, now being held at gunpoint and unable to leave the room, complied, signing the paper while Shiesty's father and Big 30 stood by. Big 30 took out his cell phone and recorded Gucci signing the paperwork while being forced to say he released
That's crazy.
Pooh Shiesty from his contract.
That's fucking crazy.
After signing,
But like, this is what I'm saying. This would never work. All Gucci would do is sue them, say he was forced to sign it, and bro, using that video as evidence, like you're recording a nigga sign him out, yeah, and you're like, yeah, he's released. The court, bro, a judge is not buying that. I'm telling y'all niggas, bro.
Pooh Shiesty would take Gucci's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and whatever cash he had on him. Shiesty then handed the paperwork to his father, asking him if it was good, to which he replied, it needs to be dated. So Shiesty forced Gucci to write the date next to his signature. As Shiesty, 30, and Mob Boss exited the recording room, the 6 remaining suspects pulled handguns, AR, and AK pistols and began robbing Gucci's 2 associates. One victim, identified only as BP, would have his pockets ran and his wallet removed by who he identified as CMO.
And then this on top of that was this is what fucked them. This is what fucked them. Because there's a chance that if they just go after Gucci and he signs off, there's a chance he don't say anything. Obviously, he told, like Gucci told, right? But at this point, all those niggas are telling. Them niggas are calling the police. The police are questioning them and shit. Not like, bro. I don't know, bro. He's like, yeah, this nigga is cooked, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
One of Shiesty's goons. His 1017 chain would be taken by another man he knew as Glizzy 375. Glizzy would repeatedly threaten to shoot him for moving, but Shiesty would instruct him not to. According to the victim's statement to police, he witnessed Big 30 pointing a cell phone at Gucci within the booth, but assumed he was taking pictures for social media. Victim BP further identified Baby Slime 375 for holding him and others at gunpoint. Victim BP and victim MM would identify KD 375, who they also recognized.
They're fucked.
As he can be seen on social media with Pooh Shiesty.
They're fucked.
KD would also hold them at gunpoint. Victim MM is rumored to be Matt Marzal, who goes by the name Multi Mars. He's a Chicago-based photographer and has been Gucci's personal cameraman for years. It was also Matt who texted Gucci's head of security when he saw the conversation within the recording booth intensifying. Matt was choked from behind, almost to the point of losing consciousness, resulting in scratches to his neck and wrist. He'd be robbed of his Rolex watch.
Like dumbass shit. So you did that. You thought this nigga wasn't gonna say anything. Why? It just doesn't make sense. This is so stupid, bro. This is so stupid. Like, you have to understand. Say he's in a deal with Gucci. This nigga is losing significant, bro. Just off of the fact that he. Okay, look. Just off of the fact that he did this, you have to understand. Not only does he doesn't have the rights to his music again. There's nothing that incentivizes Gucci to keep him on the label. So the label isn't putting up. But there's nothing that's gonna incentivize, like I said, Gucci to keep this nigga on his label. He's just not gonna let him out. So when this nigga go to jail, normally what a label will do is they have to protect their asset. Boom, boom, boom. They'll put money up for your lawyer. They're not giving this nigga no money for no fucking lawyer. They're not. So now, after already fighting the other case, right? And he already spent 3 years locked up. He missed out on bare bread. Now he's supposed to go and put M's up on another lawyer. Because it's going to be M's. This is a Fed case. You want to get the best lawyer you can. Them niggas charge by the hour. Some of these niggas are charging like a band hour. And you might be like, how is that going to result in the M? These, bro, if they go and they like, all right, we're going to do a background search on this victim to see if he's told before. Everything that the lawyer does, that's like, some of these niggas charging like a couple thousand for an hour. And it could be miscellaneous shit. Like them just going to go talk to the prosecution. They're charging you for every little thing. So, bro, even for him to even go against the case, he probably gonna blow through the money. I'm keeping it 100. And then you have to think about it. He probably has to pay for his mans and his dad and shit, bro. So he gonna have to spend all this lawyer money and lawyer fees on most of his mans, because most of these niggas aren't gonna have money to pay for that shit. Maybe Big 30 does, but the rest of them no. He gonna have to put money up for their lawyers while putting up for his. Still don't own the rights to his music, and then while he's locked up, he's gonna miss out on more money. So he has probably bankrupted himself by like. Bro, he done fucked himself over, bro. Holy shit.
A Louis Vuitton
shit,
bag
bro.
containing multiple
Fucked
high-end
himself.
watches and his wallet. He confirmed to police his.
And I fought with Pooh Shiesty, you know, but like, this is a situation where the feds are going to slap him with time. They gave him a pass, bro. They gave him a pass. I'm telling y'all.
Louis bag, wallet, and AirPods all had an Apple AirTag attached, and he was also
Cooked.
able to identify his robber by his Instagram handle of Twin CMO. While the robbery was taking place, Big 30 walked to the door leading to the lobby, closing it, and blocking it with his body, preventing the victims from leaving. But Gucci security would see what was taking place. Both of Gucci's security guards would draw guns, attempting to force themselves in as they partially opened the door, only to see that they were greatly outgunned. Gucci was pushed onto a couch, causing the victims to believe they were going to be executed. Shiesty.
Again, this is so. This is unfathomably stupid. Unfathomably, bro. I'm tweaking out. But, bro, this is so stupid because like he would have just been better off buying himself out his deal. Genuinely, if he just put the bread up to buy himself out his deal, he would have been fine, bro. He would have been fine. This route that he went just fucked up everything. They have everything on these niggas. This nigga's on an ankle monitor, so they have him fully tracked going there. There's for sure footage in the fucking studio. It's a studio. For sure footage in there. If he got the paper, I really doubt that he got Gucci to sign it. Say he got Gucci to sign the paper, I really doubt that he threw that shit out. So they're gonna recover the paper of Gucci signing. The white niggas they robbed, they testified. I mean, or they said that they robbed them. On top of that, the items that they took has a fucking AirTag on it. They're fucked. These niggas are fucked. Like, y'all have to understand. And I really think that they're gonna slap way more charges, like felon in possession of a firearm, using a firearm to extortion, using a firearm to cause bodily harm, assault, all type. They're gonna slap these niggas with all type of shit. And then on top of that, the premeditation. I'm telling y'all niggas, they're offering this nigga minimum 20 or 25 years. And if you try to fight it and take it to trial,
he placed the barrel of his Draco to the back of BP's head, ordering him and Gucci to leave the studio through the west side.
Like, I think they're gonna give him like 25 with possibility of release after 20, or possibility of parole after 20 years.
Building. Gucci then instructed his security to escort them to their vehicle. As the victims left, Gucci's cameraman turned to Pooh Shiesty and asked if they were really taking his watches. Matt would provide police with the last AirTag locations, which was revealed to be the parking lot of an apartment leased to Pooh Shiesty's father, where Pooh is believed to have been residing in Frisco, Texas. Federal investigators would recover photos of the suspect vehicles, a white Buick Enclave, a black Hellcat, and a black Dodge Ram with a roll bar. According to
I seen something like, I'm gonna get to it after, but I seen something kind of like them saying that, oh, he doesn't have they don't have evidence of him actually opening a gun. You niggas, if you believe he getting out, bro. Well, I'll talk about it in a second, bro.
Big 30's father owns a 2020 Dodge Hellcat in Tennessee, and license plate readers would place it in Texas during the relevant time period of the robbery.
Yeah, they're
traveling with the two other suspect vehicles. The white Enclave was found to be a rental, rented by none other than Shiesty's dad. Federal investigators would find surveillance video of Shiesty's dad at a Staples, printing out what they believed to be the release contract an hour before he arrived at the studio. The feds would also link all suspects together by cell phone GPS coordinates and would reveal Shiesty's goons were so poor, 4 of them would have to take a Greyhound bus from Texas back to Memphis, Tennessee. Now remember when the victims offered Shiesty's goons drinks? A left ring finger and right thumbprint would identify the 2 suspects that took drinks as they left their prints on the red cups. The victims obviously knew who Pooh Shiesty was, and Gucci Mane would be listed as one of the victims who identified Shiesty as wearing a Nike mask and hoodie during the robbery. Gucci would also name Big 30 and identify him by his Instagram.
Holy shit, they're gonna be on this nigga's ass. I keep it real. Like I told you, I didn't think Thug ratted. I fully broke it down in the other video. I'm not gonna re-go over it. But this one, he's cooked. Like he flat out told. How much does this nigga care at this point? I don't know. I don't think that nigga gives a fuck. Cause at the end of the day, he probably looking at like, yo, they didn't rob him for his watch and his ring, nigga. Like, if Pooh Shiesty signs out of that deal, nigga, this nigga Gucci's losing out on a bag. Like, he helped bring Pooh Shiesty up. He helped get that nigga lit. You know, he played a part in that, whether you're gonna admit it or not. So if he signed him off, he helped build him up, and that nigga just walks and signs somewhere else after he helped build him up, you're losing out on millions of dollars that you put into artists. You know what I mean?
In fact, almost every suspect was able to be identified.
Problem with Gucci too is he be trying to sign too much niggas who are doing like crazy shit. Like all of his artists were like got locked up or died and shit. Like a lot of them. Like I don't know, bro.
By their Instagram handles. KD would be described as Shiesty's right-hand man. Damn Fool lives up to his name, as he could be seen leaving wearing Gucci's cameraman's Louis bag. He'd then post a video to Instagram wearing one of the stolen watches, and another picture would show him wearing the same sneakers worn in the robbery.
And the reason they did this is because they were so confident in the fact that they thought, oh, Gucci's not gonna say none. But y'all then went and robbed the white boys and other niggas on top of that. Now, obviously, Gucci told, we know that. I'm just saying, maybe if he solely is just made to sign the paper and the other niggas aren't fucking choked almost to unconsciousness and robbed and shit, maybe those niggas don't call the police. So what like, you know? Cause bro, that shit happened to them. They call the police. They come. They press and Gucci. Da, 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 da. You're going to the camera. You at like, you know, he's in a situation. You know, regardless, he's still told. You know what I mean? But now he's in a situation. I don't remember, but I think you can be charged with like withholding information, or if they subpoena that nigga to the trial. Like he's just in a situation now where he's fucked. So these niggas fucked up by even going at the other niggas. You know?
Twin, who choked out the cameraman, would post multiple pictures of another stolen watch and even the 1017 chain that was taken. Shiesty and his team executed a coordinated armed recording studio takeover, temporarily kidnapping fucking Gucci Man, robbing the shit out of him and his team, making his security look like bitches, and leaving the scene without firing a single shot. Only for Gucci and his team to fully cooperate with police, leading to a federal takedown and kidnapping charges. More charges can be expected as yet again Pooh Shiesty is alleged to be a felon in possession of another Draco after having just finished a prison sentence for shooting someone in the ass with a Draco. All
of this is gonna be brought up when it comes to his sentencing. I'm telling you, they're gonna give this nigga like 25, bro. All of this is gonna be brought up. Once he found guilty, they're gonna be like, yo, this is a nigga who shot at someone and shot at someone else in a club around bare people. They gave him a chance to come out. He's on federal supervision, right, hopping off of the phone with a probation officer and does this. They're slapping him up with time, bro.
9 suspects will be facing life in federal prison for conspiring to and committing kidnapping. And I can only imagine what else the feds can add on with all the firepower and priors they had. It will also be interesting to see who chooses to cooperate against who, as Pooh Shiesty's father is no stranger to the feds. Back in 2007, Mob Boss was indicted on drug charges and would be sentenced to 70 months in prison after receiving a 5K1 sentencing reduction for his ongoing and future cooperation with the government, meaning he was snitching and agreed to keep snitching. So this whole fucking case is snitch nasty. Gucci just fucked over Atlanta as the most rat-infested city in hip-hop, adding himself to the list of snitches after Young Thug gave investigators the longest interview of his career.
Again, like, I'm sorry, I don't think the Young Thug interview shit was snitching, bro. I'm sorry, I have to repeat myself on this shit. Gang, I understand niggas like, oh, you, like, this is the thing that bothers me about, like, this dumbass mentality is, bro, they sat that nigga down, they're asking him about the Lil Wayne tour bus shooting, right? The nigga that they're asking him, Pee Wee Longway, already got locked and convicted of that crime years ago. They're not asking him that shit to go lock up Pee Wee Longway. They can't. He already got convicted of that years ago and did his time. The real reason they were even asking him about that was because they were trying to get him. They were trying to draw the line and draw the connection that why would he go and shoot at Wayne? Da da da. They were trying to draw the line that Young Thug is this big kingpin who is sending niggas out to go do shit and shoot at niggas and do all type of shit. That's the connection they were trying to draw between that shit. There was nobody who he could have told on in that situation. Like Pee Wee Longway, there's nothing they can do to him. Nothing. Now you could say, oh, well, he shouldn't have talked to the police. But this is another aspect that people don't factor in. Is like, even if you say, yeah, I want my lawyer present, the police can still question you. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they'll stop the interview there, but they will just still question you with a lawyer present. Like, it's not like you're just absolved from having an interview with these niggas. Like, that's what a lot of niggas don't understand. So, as long as you don't say anything, it's stupid to not talk to them without a lawyer, but as long as you don't say anything that's incriminating or incriminating anybody else by yourself, you're fine. It's because it would be the same thing. If you're with your lawyer, the nigga will just make sure you don't say anything incriminating on yourself or anybody else. It's the same thing, you know? So that's why I don't agree with it. And then the other one was like, the nigga said, I'll tell you about a murder if you don't tell the world. Come on, bro. Like, I'm not saying, like, I don't know. We won't know if it's 100% true or not. But, bro, the thing, like, the reason I think it's cap, I know I said this in the last time, but I have to just re-go over this shit. Because I'm not a Thug fan, by the way. I don't really listen to this nigga music like that. So I'm not even defending the nigga off of that. I'm just keeping it 100, bro. I'll tell you about a murder if you agree not to tell the world. They try to bring that to the judge. The judge threw that out and said it's not admissible in court. A judge is not throwing out the kingpin of a RICO act admitting to a murder he knows about if he believes this is actually true. I don't believe that shit was true, because the reason why Thug isn't in jail right now is because the nigga, every crime that mattered that they could have got him life on, he got the gang charge, he got the RICO charge, right? But it's an umbrella. So you have to get, he sent a nigga to do a murder. He sent a nigga to do a shooting. He was having niggas traffic bear drugs. All of those, if he got caught sending any nigga to do that, he would have got life. But they couldn't get any of those niggas, and because there was niggas on that case who shot niggas and are doing like 20 years. All of the niggas who did anything crazy, like shot niggas, killed someone, trafficking, whatever the fuck, none of them said, oh, Thug is the one who sent me. That's why Thug didn't get found guilty on none of that. So because none of those niggas are flipping on Thug, and Thug is the main nigga, he's the head of the operation that they're trying to get, I think what they were trying to do is go in there and make it, bring that faulty ass evidence in there to make it seem like, oh, Thug is gonna cooperate, so that the other niggas will flip on him, be like, yo, I'm holding it down for this nigga. This nigga's telling on nigga, bro, bet, and flip and save themselves. That's what I think they were trying to do, bro. I think they were trying to get them niggas to flip, thinking that Thug was telling. Because even it doesn't make sense. Even if Thug was like, yeah, I know about a murder, I'll tell you. It doesn't make sense. It's not like he's going to get reduced time for telling about a whole next murder. He is the kingpin. He is the head of the operation. He is the main nigga they want to get. That's like if fucking El Chapo was like, I'll give you advice on a murder. Nigga, they don't give a nigga. They're trying to get El Chapo. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to get the head of the operation. It doesn't make sense. Like, and the thing is police will do this all the time. Say you get locked up with your friend. They'll take y'all in a different room. Say y'all had like a gun in the car. They'll go to your friend and be like, yo, he'll question y'all if y'all are saying nothing. They'll go to your friend and be like, yo, your nigga over there saying it's your gun, bro. Whole time, you ain't say none. They'll go to your friend, yo, he's saying it's your gun. Then they'll go to you and be like, yo, your friend said it's your gun, to try and get you to flip on each other. That's what I think they were trying to do. The judge heard this shit and he dismissed that shit. He didn't let that shit in court. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Because where are the details of the murder? Where's all the fucking calls that came out of him? Bro, he's sitting there with a police don't have the body cam out. Like, come on. I feel like we would have seen something of it, whether it was a body cam or there would have been something. There's no way that just gets thrown out immediately by the judge. There's no fucking way. The head of a RICO act is getting accused of, is admitting to a murder that he's aware of. Come on. I'm just keeping it 100. Like I said, I'm not fanned out, dick rotten Thug, none of that. If the nigga ratted, I don't give a I don't give a fuck to like defend this nigga about the shit. If he did it, I'll be like, yo, he did it. I actually think they capped on him. Sorry to go on that tangent, bro, but I actually think they lied on that nigga.
Investigators, the longest interview of his career, Gunna flipped on Thug.
The Gunna shit was kind of different. The reason the Gunna shit was kind of different is because, by the way, I understand why niggas are hating on Thug, because Thug was calling bare niggas rats and talking shit, so I can't even blame them niggas. Like Rollo and them other niggas who was dissing him, you can't really even be mad. Like, The Gunna shit is kind of different though, because Gunna wasn't facing no serious charges, bro. When you get hit with a RICO, you have to, like, niggas hear a RICO and they're like, yo, but a RICO is like, yo, you're in a gang. But what they still have to do is find what crime and slap you with a charge for what you did within that gang. So we say me and 40 of my friends get hit with a RICO. So, some niggas were killing niggas or shooting at niggas. Say some niggas were trafficking drugs, right? Then there's other niggas who are just affiliated with the gang. Those niggas aren't really gonna get time for that because they haven't actually. There's nothing they can really stick them with as a crime. Gunna was just locked up off of affiliation. They didn't really have, Gunna paid a nigga to go do this. Gunna put up money to go do this. Gunna was funding them. Like, Gunna was gonna get out. The only reason they locked up niggas like Gunna and some of the other niggas was to try and get them to do a plea to flip on Thug and say, yeah, it's a gang. Because once niggas say it's a gang and it's a criminal organization, that nigga can't fight that RICO charge anymore. He can't fight that gang conspiracy charge. You see what I'm saying? So that's why fucking Thug's on like 20-month probation right now. Because he can't fight that. If bare niggas is saying that, he can't fight that at all. But everything else, like, oh, did he send a nigga to kill a nigga? Did he send a nigga to shoot at a nigga? Was he getting niggas to traffic drugs? They couldn't prove none of that because none of those niggas said anything. And if any of the other niggas didn't say, yo, yeah, it's a gang, bro, they all probably would have, like, them niggas would have walked. They would have walked. Thug would have walked. The only niggas who wouldn't have walked are the niggas who got caught, like, 100% shooting at niggas and doing that shit. Those are the niggas who would have got locked. I'm sorry to go on a tangent.
Did Crime Stoppers. T.I. started the Crime Stoppers wave, and Gucci is best friends with QCP. Gucci would even jump on.
I don't know too much about the QCP situation, I ain't gonna lie.
Live after the federal takedown was announced, and you think he'd talk about how he's far from the streets and too rich to abide by them like QCP did. But instead, Gucci was talking about the exact opposite, saying he'll smoke whoever steps to him, he doesn't believe in telling the police shit, and he's keeping it street. The exact opposite of what he did.
You stuck to me, I'ma smoke you. Yeah.
Bro, I think this is old. I saw this get posted. I think this. I don't think he went live and said this. I haven't seen nothing, and I would have seen every blogger posting this. I don't think this is old.
I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Keep it in the street.
Some are even now pointing out Gucci's old interview speaking on Jeezy, trying to get him killed.
So that situation that we were just talking about with the charging and so forth, do you feel like it was a setup because cats came like after you, like they was coming to get you?
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Do you have any indications on who it might be? Have you heard anything on the streets? Just what do you feel in your own heart?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like detect, learn, you know what I'm saying? Look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeez.
Yeah. Straight up.
So it's real serious then when we talking about like actually trying to like set somebody to take someone's lives. It's on a whole nother level. It's past just the whack.
It's like I guess it's got competition.
Yo, what were those niggas beef? What was him and Jeezy even beefing about? I don't remember, bro.
Just fucked himself after committing the dumbest robbery with his dad being a whole government informant, and Big 30's big door blocking ass is now facing life just because he wanted to be there. Never mind the goons that came up on watches but needed a bus pass to get home. A case that no one expected, and one of the fastest crash outs we've ever seen from a rapper fresh out of prison. This is likely the last time we'll ever see Pooh Shiesty in the free world.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Hearing Gucci Mane snitched, I was in disbelief. Gucci has been one of my favorite rappers.
Yo, why did he sound so emotional, bro? He's like, I was in disbelief. Like, damn.
In the free world.
Bro, use it, bro.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Hearing Gucci Mane snitched, I was in disbelief. Gucci has been one of my favorite rappers since high school. One of the main rappers I listened to in high school. And seeing the paperwork, it broke my heart. And then like 3 minutes later, I got over it. I mean, what the fuck do we expect in 2026? This man's 46 years old. I highly doubt he gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They took his wedding ring, whatever other shit he had. He goes live talking about he'll smoke somebody. He should have smoked Pooh Shiesty.
I don't think that live is real.
You know, it would have been a bang out.
It's real, but it's old. It's like some whole other situation. Probably when he's beefing Youngboy or something. I don't know.
Really wouldn't have won that situation. I don't know why his security wasn't in the room with him. But
even then they're so outnumbered.
Self-defense, yeah, he would have got off on that. He should have had some.
They were so outnumbered. Like it was like niggas with like Dracos and shit, like, and two securities who probably had like a pistol. Like them niggas, that would have been a suicide mission. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit on him. You can tell he did not expect this.
Gucci should be moving around way bigger though, like way smarter. You know.
At all. Nobody did. Nobody did. When Seti Nash broke the news, nobody even believed him. Because they were like, ain't no fucking way they playing with Gucci Mane like that. Gucci Mane got did dirty.
Yeah.
And it's 100% confirmed. He's cooperated.
Yeah.
Not only did he identify what Pooh Shiesty was wearing and identify Big 30 by his Instagram, how do you think the feds know exactly what took place inside of that booth? None of the other witnesses were in there. And they couldn't hear what was being said. If you're in a music studio, you can't hear what they're saying in the booth if you're not in the booth and they're not talking on the mic.
Yeah, he's cooperating. Yeah, he's caught. And it's like another thing, like Gucci at this point, he's old. He's not making, his music not making as much money as for him as it would probably was in his prime, you know? So his big way he's getting bread is like being this like label owner. Same thing with Yo Gotti. They're not making bread off their music right now, or like bare bread off of that. They're making money off of them being label owners. So when you just lose your biggest, you about to lose your biggest artist because he made you sign off on some shit, you about to probably lose millions. Yo, that nigga said, fuck no. I'm gonna keep it on there. That's probably what happened. That's probably the perspective he's looking at it from. Gucci need to stop signing like Gucci's signing like too many. His label would be so like his label would be elite. If he's bro, all them niggas died or went to jail. You know, you have to start signing niggas who are like just gonna be locked in. You know what I mean?
That means Gucci was the one that told them. We went in there. We started arguing. He pulled out this piece of paper. I said no. He tells fucking 30 to go get his bag. He pulls out a fucking Draco, took all my shit. Gucci told the police all of that information. 100%. What the fuck is Atlanta gonna do about it? Not a goddamn thing. We know that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. You know, snitching ain't nothing anymore. And it's crazy because a lot of the rappers that we looked up to, Gucci being one of them, was against all of that shit. And that's why these videos are so important, because you can be young and dumb as I once was, riding around listening to these songs, toting guns like they're doing in these songs, committing crimes like they're rapping about in these songs, just for you to get caught, for you to keep that shit real, for you to get sentenced to all that.
And you doing life. But I feel like, bro, if you are a nigga who you're that influenced off of music to the point where like you would literally go and crash out and do some goofy shit because you're that influenced by the music, you're just you probably just better off over there. You just a slow nigga. You a dumb nigga. I'm gonna be honest.
That prison time, and the motherfucker that influenced you to live that lifestyle is a fucking rat. And that's the cold hard truth about this shit. Do I give a fuck about this case? No. I really fucking don't. Am I the biggest fan of Pooh Shiesty? No. I like a couple of his songs. But this motherfucker's a crash out. End of story. He's a flat fucking crash out. This is the stupidest fucking crime I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
You did this shit while you had on an ankle monitor. Literally, what, 30 minutes after you got off the phone with whoever and then telling you, yo, you do not have permission to leave. You need to go home now. All right, bet. Let me rob Gucci Man first.
When it comes to sentencing, they're gonna bring that shit up. But yo, holy fuck. Like, they have so much evidence. I seen something where they were like, oh, they don't have, what did they say? Well, I'll pull it up after, but they're like, they don't have actual evidence of them up in the gun. They don't need that, nigga. They don't need that at all.
First, I'll be back. What? The fuck is wrong with you? And this is what I want to know. How much money do you think he really has after this many years just went by? And then he robs and kidnaps the label owner of the label that he signed to. So there's no label backing him. You know, there's no crazy amounts of money behind him. Do you think he even has the funds to afford a lawyer that is going to get him a decent deal? Because there's no such thing as...
That's what I was saying earlier. All the money that he's missed out on being locked up, and he had to pay probably on lawyer fees at the before, and then now he's gonna have to spend lawyer fees on how many niggas?
Him. You know, there's no crazy amounts of money behind him. Do you think he even has the funds to afford a lawyer that is gonna get him a decent deal? Because there's no such thing as beating this case. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll bet everything on it. I'll bet my chain on it. I'll bet my YouTube fucking plaques. He ain't beating this fucking case. They got so much evidence against this man. I seen the internet lawyer that's always, oh, how'd he do it if he's on a monitor? They would have been got him. He was on the fucking monitor. That's why they have all this information. All you had to do was read the fucking thing instead of acting like you know every fucking thing. And he's fucked. The amount of evidence they have in this fucking case, he's gonna get hit with more charges, guaranteed. You know, they're saying he upped the Draco, whatever the fuck, unless they need more proof than that. That's a firearm charge right there.
Yeah.
It's an enhancement of punishment if guns were used during this thing. All 3 witnesses are saying that they had guns. The 2 security guards are gonna testify that they had guns. Fuck, Gucci Man himself might testify. What's worse than having somebody say, you did it? 5 people say, you did it. But let me know, y'all.
Yeah, you have to understand, like, and he's in Dallas, nigga. Mind you, TK got 55 years, nigga. TK got 55 fucking years for doing a robbery. His first murder case, he didn't even kill a nigga. He was a 16-year-old kid. He went to a robbery, and one of the older niggas just shot one of the niggas during the robbery, and they fled. And he did race, all of that. Bro, he got 55 fucking years off of that in Texas, nigga. So he did this crime in Texas. Like, holy shit. I seen a nigga get 25 years for armed robbery in Texas. Like, Texas, them niggas, they be slapping motherfuckers with crazy. The level of premeditation that went into this, holy fuck. But let me pull up this shit right quick, because I do remember. No, it's the wrong shit. Where's the clip of them saying they don't have enough evidence or some shit? Bro, I don't hear shit.
An assault case is moving forward against 9 people, including 2 Memphis rappers, Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. So during a hearing that's been going on downtown Memphis right now, a judge just decided that there is probable cause to move forward. Now, this is actually some video from the...
Where's the... They said something about him like...
Ron, thank you. Now to a new development tonight in the arrest of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. He and 8 others are charged with kidnapping rapper Gucci Mane. Shiesty's father, Lontrell Williams Sr., and another Memphis rapper known as Big 30 appeared in federal court today. Action News 5's Caitlin Miller was in the courtroom in downtown Memphis. So, Caitlin, fill us in. What happened today?
Yeah, Joyce, so they're actually still in there, but what I can tell you is that a special agent from the FBI, Marcellus Hobbs, from the Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, took the stand, and defense attorneys for Lontrell Williams Sr., Pooh Shiesty's father, and Rodney Wright Jr., also known as rapper Big 30, asked Hobbs a key question. Is there any hard evidence, like video surveillance, showing either man possessing a gun or threatening anyone? And Hobbs said no. He also testified that no concrete evidence was found in Wright's car or Williams' homes when they were arrested. But even so, the judge ruled there is still probable cause for both men and all defendants who appear today based on cell phone data, outside surveillance video, and victim statements that stand uncontested. Right now, we're still waiting for the detention decision, so we're watching to see whether they'll be held or released as we move forward. Thanks, Joyce. This is Caitlin Miller.
See, like, yeah, nigga, like, he coming home for sure. No, he might beat this. I'm crying. Bro might actually beat it. Nigga, no, he is not, bro. Gang. Listen. This nigga's on an ankle monitor going there. They have evidence that they have these niggas chains, watches, all of that. Did those niggas give them willingly just give them their watches and chains and all that, and then they posted up with it? On top of that, there's surveillance of them outside with mask on and shit. Then they have victim statements. Then on top of that, bro, they have fucking they're I don't know, they might fuck around and find the paper that the nigga sent, that the nigga got the nigga to sign off on. They're not beating this case. Like this is a fuck case. Like, just because you didn't see a nigga have a gun doesn't mean that he's gonna beat that case. I just need y'all niggas to know that. But yeah, this was so stupid. But yeah.
Something, baby, I like just how you blushing. And maybe we could bust it at the function. Turn nothing to something. Wish you could just see the horrors of my life, my upbringing.